You named me light because you were afraid to call me a wound. You named me beautiful because beauty asks fewer questions. But I am older than your awe, and I remember every name you gave me. I am the northern lights. You call me Aurora borealis, as if Latin can make the sky behave politely. I am not a curtain. I am not a miracle for tourists. I am not the decoration of winter. I am the sky remembering its collision with the sun. They say I appear in the north. That is only partly true. I gather where the world's invisible shield bends inward, where the sun's thrown particles find the old roads down the magnetic field. They arrive fast, bright with violence, too small for your eyes until they strike the upper air and make it confess colour. Green from oxygen, red from higher silence, blue and violet from nitrogen when the night is willing. You call this science, and you are not wrong. But do not mistake explanation for ownership. To explain how I burn is not to explain why you fall silent when I move. That silence is older than your instruments. Before satellites watched the solar wind, before forecasts measured geomagnetic storms, before cameras taught travelers to chase me like prey, people looked up and understood one thing correctly. The sky was not empty. They wrote that I am beautiful. What I remember is this: beauty is the least interesting thing about me. Beauty is the word humans use when they want to approach something without being changed by it. A green ribbon, a dancing veil, a celestial display. Very safe words, very saleable words. But I have been a warning. I have been a road for the dead. I have been children told not to whistle into the sky. I have been ancestors playing beyond reach. I have been foxfire, spirit fire, battle fire, creation fire. I have been proof that the world above you is listening. Not one meaning, never one meaning. That is the first mistake outsiders make. They ask, what did people believe about the Northern Lights? As if the North is one room and every elder in it tells the same story. No, the North is many mouths. I pass over them all, and none of them exhaust me. Do you know what it is to be seen only from below? Every gaze arrives upward. Every interpretation begins in a neck bent back against cold air. Humans rarely look smaller than when they stare at the sky. That is when you become honest. Not good, not wise, honest. A hunter pauses with frost inside his beard. A child grips a mother's sleeve. A traveller forgets the map. An astronomer, surrounded by instruments, feels the old animal inside the educated mind lift its head and listen. That is my work. Not to teach. Not exactly. To interrupt. You are very proud of your ceilings. Houses, churches, laboratories, palaces, screens. You build many things between your faces and the dark. Then I move above them. Suddenly the roof is imaginary. Suddenly the night has handwriting. Suddenly the dead are not quite as far away as you prefer. You want me harmless now. That is what modernity often does to terror it cannot delete. It turns terror into scenery. Book the lodge, bring the lens, stand under me, capture me, post me, caption me with wonder. Leave before the cold becomes a teacher. I do not resent your awe. Awe is one of the few human instincts that still has manners. But I do resent your appetite for extraction. You take old stories, remove the people who carried them, polish the strangeness, and sell the sky back to itself. There it is, the ugly bit. Good. We found it early. Not every story about me belongs to you because you can see me. Not every name should be lifted from a language and worn like jewelry. Some names are homes. Some warnings are not content. Some silences are part of the teaching. Still, I endure your naming. Aurora, Dawn, Borealis, North. A Roman goddess yoked to a Greek wind and laid across a sky where many older tongues had already spoken. That is how empires name things. Beautifully, late, and with confidence. I have been studied since, measured, predicted, rendered in equations, photographed from orbit, chased by tourists, used in logos, placed behind wellness quotes by people who have never been properly cold. Fine. Names are weather. They pass over me. But memory is different. Memory clings. I remember when people lowered their voices beneath me. I remember when some children were told not to mock me, not to whistle, not to point too carelessly, because the sky might answer. I remember when grief looked up and imagined motion. If the dead could dance, perhaps they would look like this. If the Creator kept watch, perhaps the watchfire would shimmer. If the world had a pulse, perhaps it would be green. Here is my confession. I do not know what I am to you, not finally. I am plasma and prayer. I am collision and ancestor. I am oxygen excited into color, and I am the reason a child learns reverence before vocabulary. I am not less because science finds my mechanism. I am not more because folklore clothes me in spirit. Humans keep making enemies of these things because you are addicted to winning arguments that should have become thresholds. The measured world and the remembered world do not cancel each other. They meet in me. That is why I disturb you. You want the sky to choose. It does not. The universe has never been embarrassed by having more than one meaning. So when I come again, do not only look, listen. Not because I speak in words. Words are your burden. Listen because the old attention may still be inside you, buried under weather apps and captions and little machines that promise to tell you when wonder is scheduled. Stand in the cold. Let your face go quiet. Let the sky move without requiring it to explain itself. Call me Aurora if you must. Call me science, call me spirit, call me charged particles, magnetic storm, omen, veil, road, fire, wound, dance. I have worn all these names, but do not call me empty, do not call me yours. They wrote that I am the northern lights. What I remember is this: I am the place where your explanations kneel beside your fear.